and Bob and Loretta, Anita, Peter, Dad, and we're all sitting here hearing your record for the third time. And here it is, about 10 o'clock. We all enjoyed hearing it again. So here is Peter. He wants to talk to you so he can go to bed.
Hi, Art. I brought plenty of guns into town. You know something? We were riding a bike and, forget about that. Well, we were, lived in a hut, and we came home today, and this kitty had a BB gun, and he was shooting at us, and he killed a duck, a bird, and a pigeon. So we were walking home. We have evidence. We have the case that was in. And we built a nice fort. And Eddie said, don't have it so short. So we made it longer, and we're almost finished. Guess Dad wants to talk to you. Oh.
Hi, son. We're passing the mug around. Uncle Frank here watching us so we don't talk too loud. I hope this comes in all right. As you know, this is October the 10th, Saturday night. We're down the house. And as Mother described it, everybody's here. I don't know if she left out anybody. Oh, Katie and Frank, yeah. Well, Dad's been tired lately. Mother says, what have you been doing outside of golfing, see? So Dad gets out. He's been helping up at the house. We started to dig our house, as you might have got our letter a couple of days ago. And Dad's been up there helping because when the contractor who was supposed to dig the cellar got through, he didn't finish it just right, and Dad had to go up and dig up the little odds and ends that weren't just right and make room for the...
Hello, Arthur. This is Uncle Frank. Well, I wish you luck and have a good time, but watch yourself. Take care of yourself. And you know much left over in the tape now.
For 15, and then I went over and played 9 holes of golf. So I was asking telling one of the fellas in the pro shop about it, Ernie Doherty, and he says, how come you're picking shoveling? Don't you get anybody to do it for you? I says, who's going to do it for me? He says, you're crazy. Your time is worth more than pick and shovel. I says, yeah, I know, but this guy that did this job did it as a favor for me, and I can't make him come back and do that little stuff, and can't get anybody else to do it, so I got to do it myself. So he believed that. Couldn't argue with me. Well, as I say, I hope you got our letters that we just sent you. Mother said she sent one a day before Dad did. And we've covered everything up to date on those 2 letters. We were impressed with Khrushchev's visit here. We're glad, certainly, that there was no trouble. And we think that the conditions in the world will be such now that things should be a little more pleasant, and I think there's less chance of a war. And actually, we're all happy about this. So I wanted to tell you, we're all thinking of you, and we certainly like this idea. We just got through listening to your recording, and it's quite impressive. But the only trouble is we don't want to wait 2 months for the next one, see? So write us a letter in the meantime. And I hope that this role that we sending you will work out all right. I know that the teeth in it, or whatever you call it, are different, and it may not work on your machine. You may have to rethread it on another reel, but I hope it don't anyway. I just wanted to tell you a little funny thing that happened tonight. When Doe came in, she was supposed to bring the turkey that Mother had bought. See, we haven't got room in the refrigerator, so we left it over at Doe's, and she called her today and says, when you're coming over tonight, bring over the turkey. Of course, we were all in the parlor watching television, and they came in. First thing Ma says, "Did you bring the turkey?" And Do says, "Oh, no," she put on an act, she didn't bring it in. Forgot it. Poor Ma was disappointed, all the time Lo was winking at me. So, the turkey now we just find in the kitchen and it's thawing out. Poor Ma had to run in and clean up the kitchen, blood all over the floor, water. But I think it'll be all right for tomorrow, so it'll taste good, son. I hope you're having plenty to eat, enjoying your stay out there as best you can. And remember that we're always thinking of you. And if you can see your way sometime, call us up in the phone. If you can do it, I don't know. We won't mind. Call some Sunday, So I will turn you over to somebody else now.
Hi, Art. I had to wait till everyone stopped laughing. I wanted the mic so I could leave with Bob on our date. As you know, we're getting married next month. And Doe held a shower for me last Tuesday night, and I got some beautiful gifts. Gosh, I don't know what to say, Butch. It was so good hearing from you again. Hearing you talk. It didn't sound like you at all, though. I'm going to have to pass you. I'm too nervous to talk. Okay.
Not much. Hi, Art. This is John. To bring Loretta a little more up to date, Loretta and Bob have an apartment, and they're painting it up and fixing it up. Sid Crosby had a refrigerator, and he told me about it one morning. He said he wanted to sell it for $25. So I immediately called up Loretta and told her about it, and she went down that night. Here's Alexandra crying.
Talk. Go ahead.
Well, that was a couple of giz and a goos by me. But you'll hear a few of her. There, she's talking here, see? She's saying, "Hi, Uncle Art." Oh, that's a good one. I had her all boned up for this tonight. Oh, I was practicing at home, and she was talking me a blue streak. She's waving her arms now, but she's a little tired tonight. She's just waving around. Well, here's a few of questions I had. I wondered how your food is over there. Do they prepare it American style or is it German? I suppose you might have German cooks over there. We will try, we'll try to get Alexander to talk to you later on. We're looking forward to seeing you again. From the sounds of your tape, I don't think you're going to be re-upping. Sounds like you have it made with your desk job. We have been living in our house now for a year. I've got most of the boulders out of the lawn. There was a patch in front that I had to do over, and the grass is starting to come up now. I was afraid it wouldn't. I put it in so late. We were all sitting here listening to your tape. The two babies are both awake, but they're getting a lot of attention, but they're getting tired. When you mentioned about the motorcycles over there, Kathleen remembered the time we went up to Reading to look at the motorcycle you wanted to buy. Remember that junk? Iggy is still working for us. He's playing semi-pro ball. You should see him sometime when he comes into work. One day he came in with a black eye and pretty bruised up. Usually after a game, he's not much good all day. He just goes around trying to fill the shelves. You know, that job that you used to like. Upstairs in the Ravel room. Quiet so no one knows what you're doing. That's about the end of my tape. What I had written down. Here's Dolores.
Hi, Art. Well, I haven't heard from you in quite some time, but I guess I'm at fault, too. My little boy's getting quite big now. Just about Tuesday, I guess, he got a tooth, and we're all quite thrilled. He's crawling around, and he can get any place. He moves chairs. He knocked over one table one day, and I had cigarettes on it and an old ashtray filled with ashes, of course, and a glass of iced coffee. I was talking on the phone, and he knocked it over and didn't get hurt at all, but he was standing there laughing and all a mess. And, well, he's pretty active, to say the least. He's all over the place all the time. He says Dada, of course, and not too much else. Jack's pretty proud of him. I guess I am, too. Jack brought me home a dozen long-stem red roses tonight, just for nothing. Mother's so surprised right now. I think she's a little jealous, too. But they are beautiful. Well, I think of you a lot, Art, even if I don't write too often. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I think, well, I don't know who wants to speak next, but I guess I'll sign off for now.
Anita wants.
Okay. Hi, Art. This is Anita. Thanks for answering all my letters last summer. You know, this is just as bad as writing a letter, 'cause you have to write out what you're going to say first. We started digging the cellar at our new house, and I've been taking pictures all along. Gee, I just can't wait till we move in. It's going to be beautiful for parties down the cellar. Ma promised me a party for my 16th birthday. It'll be the biggest and best party going. Well, Bob's getting hitched, and I'm going to be the maid of honor. Gee, am I going to be nervous. I'm going to have a beautiful red gown, and after the wedding I'll be able to use it for proms. You know, I am growing up now. I'm 5 feet 4.5 inches. I think I will pass you pretty soon if I haven't already. You know, I'm 15.5 now. You were 16 when you got your license, weren't you? Well, I can't get mine till I'm 17 or 18. That's Dad's point of view, you know. I hear you might go to typing school. Well, I take typing because I'm in the business course, so now I can type 20 words per minute. Well, now I just finished reading off the paper. Now I don't know what to say except, well, you better answer. You better answer my letters. Some of them anyway. And gee, I don't know what to say. Well, oh yeah, I had, well, I was working in Newton. I got lockjaw or something. I couldn't close my mouth. And it was about 11:15 when I had it. I just made a big yawn, you know. And so it was 45 minutes I couldn't close my mouth. And I really gave it a whack once just to try to close it. And I had a red mark from hurting it. And then about 45 minutes later, the Slotnicks came home, you know. They saw me with my mouth open, and Mr. Slotnick thought I was just fooling. He says, "What are you trying to do, catch flies?" And so I told him, I was trying to explain to him, but I couldn't, you know, with my mouth open. I can't close my mouth. So here they do. They call the neighbors up to take care of the babies, and they rush me to the hospital. And so when I got in the hospital, I says, out loud, I says, "Gee, I feel like a fool. I can't close my mouth." So the doctor comes over and he says, "Well, come on in this room." So he puts his thumbs in my mouth and he's pressing as hard as he can in my mouth. And so then it snapped, and then I jumped up again, and then it was open. So I had to do it all over again. Oh, did it hurt? I had to take a couple of aspirins because it hurt so much. Well, I don't know who to... Jack wants to talk to you now, so here he is.
Going? Hi, Art. This is Jack. It won't be too long now before you'll be putting your short timer's ribbon in your cap. We're looking forward to having you back home again so you can teach little John Arthur all about cars because his father can't even change a tire. And once you get home, you'll forget all about the service, and once you get back in the swing of things, you'll be okay.
Hi, Art. This is a joke now. It's going to be a real funny one. See, once this man came from China, and now it's going to start. Once this man from China, my mother told me to open the door, and I didn't want to open the door. She opened the door. Silly old man from China My mother told me to give him a drink, and I didn't wanna. I gave him a drink. He got losing. The silly young man from China. My father told me to take him to school, and I didn't wanna. I took him to school. He broke all the rules. The silly young man from China. My mother told me to take him to church, and I didn't wanna. I took him to church. He tore up the church. The silly young man from China. My mother told me to put him to bed, and I didn't wanna. I put him to bed. He chopped off his head. The silly old man from China. My mother told me to bury him, and I didn't wanna. I buried him. I named him the silly old man from China.
That's cute, isn't it? Arthur, this is Anita again. This is ridiculous. There's so many people here, and we can't even fill up the tape. And you must have felt pretty bad because you were by yourself. Why don't you send some pictures of yourself home? I mean, we'd like to see you, see how much you've changed. And I'll send you some pictures of the family, because I've got the camera.
Yeah.
Gee. Here's Doe.
I talk about the camera. Silly myself, when I had the shower for Anita, I never even thought of the camera. Think.
Hi, Dad again. I just want to tell you about some of the kids that are asking for you. Like young Dickie Conley over at the golf links. He often asks about you. And Paul, of course, I think John mentioned it anyway. There's some other kids I can't think of who it was that no, we know about the guys. Yeah. Well, Dad has joined Kiwanis now, and so keeps me kind of busy, especially Tuesday nights where don't come home for supper, and then when I do get through with Kiwanis, we sometimes go up to Leo's and play cards, so kind of keeps Daddy busy. And then Dad also joined the Chamber of Commerce, and there's always 2 or 3 nights a month work on that, so you don't have much time to hang around and listen to Pete's homework. So if he ain't getting to be smarter when you get back, it's because Dad hasn't had time to teach him anything. Right, Pete? You mentioned somewhere that Dad had a tape recorder, but he don't. See, that was one that Dad borrowed one time when he was down in Winchester. And as I say, I only borrowed that for a little while. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you, I never did. What you ever did with all that airplane motor and stuff we sold you? You said you were going to go into a contest, and you never mentioned anything, did you? Ever build the airplane and enter it? See, it had some notes here. I think I'm trying to find it. Oh, I mentioned that before. We're busy down at the shop. I put Jack Dwyer back on again part-time to fill in. Of course, Big Jim is still working with us with Tom and Uncle Leo and Paul. And we have 2 girls in the office. They're almost working full-time. We're getting new customers every week. And boy, the old shop is really getting crowded. We don't know where we're going to put all this stuff. So, hope I can get that new shop going next year, or I'll be up the creek. We'll have to burn some of this stuff, I guess, to give it away. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the baby eating their bottle, sucking a bottle, And I have Johnny right here in my hand, right next to her, and the phone is... Go ahead, kiss it or do something to it. He won't say a word. Say something. Do I have to pinch you to make you... No. Don't punch me. Go ahead. Say something. He won't. He won't say a word. No.
We're trying to get him to talk, but he won't. Yeah, we're trying to get him
Oh,
to talk,
this,
but he won't.
Well, give him time. Give him time. Well, Dad will sign off for a minute now. I think maybe Anita will have something to say. I don't know. Hold it. All right, Frank, hold on a minute.
Hi, Art. I was over the schoolyard one day, and there was this kid. Just me and my friend David. You maybe don't know him. He was new here. And, this year, last year, and we were walking down. We got the, he saw us. We put it against the swing because one of the swings was broken. We couldn't go so good. So we took it off, and then, a kid came, and he said, push us, and he had a jackknife. He's going, no, you better push me. And it was right at my neck. And David, he cut David right there on the arm, left hand. And,
That's the right hand.
Oh, right hand. Daddy says the left hand, but it's the right hand. And he cut it. And, he cut another
You almost
kid.
bled to death, didn't you?
He cut another kid's hand right through, and the knife went up the other side, and he pulled it right out. I'm not fooling John either.
I mean,
You know something?
Who are you talking to?
Here's John. Bye. Oh, about the BB gun.
You told him about me. All right, Peter chickened out here. We got a new machine down the shop. I don't know whether Daddy told you about it in his letters. It's an invoicing machine. We don't write up any more invoices anymore. This has a big typewriter on it, and you sit down instead of having to stand up to write up an order. The only trouble is you can only write up one order at a time. So you take someone like Whitey in there and Model's Haven at the same time, both of them in a hurry to get out, and you can only do one guy at a time. It makes a neat invoice, though, because, of course, it's all typewritten, and where we used to, you put in the quantity, then you type in the description, and you put in the price, and the extension is automatic, and then when you're all through the page is added up all automatically, so there's no mistake there, and it takes the discount. You can subtract on it. It makes a nice-looking invoice. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about Alexandra. When she was born, she had a lot of hair, and she still has most of it. She's losing it along the sides of her temples, though. Still don't know the color of her eyes. They change from gray to black and sometimes brown.
That's because you beat her up.
No, we don't beat her. She has a pretty big head. Kathleen says full of brains. And she weighs about 12 pounds or so now.
Come on, he was just laughing. Did you hear Johnny laughing?
Yeah, we tried to catch little Johnny making some noise, but
Play the piano. Play the piano.
banging on the table here. No, not making too much noise, though. All right, Pete.
Hi, Art. Me and Eddie, we were walking home from the shop, and we almost got hit by a 22. A kid had one, and they were throwing boulders off, and they threw boulders, and pipes started to cave into the hill. And
Yeah.
Eddie
all
knew
of a
the
sudden
kid,
they blew up the street, huh, Pete?
and in the 8th grade, kid was in the 8th grade, and he had a BB gun, and the other kid had a shotgun. And I'm not fooling.
Yeah.
And they were shooting.
So
They were shooting the birds.
they were
And
They
one of the
shooting at
kids,
you.
the little kids that had
feathers on you.
one of the little kids that had the 22, he shot and it hit the mound. It almost hit Eddie right in the head. I don't know who wants to talk. Who wants to talk?
Yeah.
Kathleen wants to talk. Now, bye.
Hello, Art. This is Kathleen. I'll tell you more about our baby. She has eyes like me, and she has a mouth like John. It curls up in the end, like a Botticelli angel. At least that's what I think. And I'm learning to drive now, Art. I drove over, and it took me 40 minutes to come from Burlington to Woburn. And poor John sat beside me, all tensed up, chewing his fingernails. And I would have too, only I had to hold on to the wheel. But maybe by the time you get home next year, I'll know how. Here's John again.
Yeah, she can drive your car, too, Art.
She rushed up and crashed.
Oh, yeah, Dad again. We didn't tell you much about the house, how big it's going to be or anything. It is going to be a pretty big house. I think it's 85 feet long from the one corner to the other. In other words, that takes in the two-car garage. We're going to have 3 good-sized bedrooms and 2 baths and a big living room and a nice dining room and a kitchen, of course, with a utility room between the garage and the house and a little glassed-in porch light. In the front door, we'll have a like a big hall and a foyer, they call it, and it's going to have a brick veneer front. The back will be just wood shingles. It's going to be a 1-story ranch with a medium pitch roof. It won't be a flat roof or anything high, but we won't have any room upstairs for an attic. The cellar will be the big thing. My gosh, as I told you in the letter, somebody says, what are you building, a hotel? The size of the hole, in there. We're also having a shelter built in, more or less for a storage room, a cold storage room for Mother's preserves, but it would serve as a shelter, in just in case. Now we're sounding gloomy again, but still there's no harm in building it because it don't cost you much to build when you're putting up the house. Excuse me. We're using most of the land there for it because you'd have to with all that size house. Dad's filled in the brook quite a lot. I'll have to dig another brook way back in the woods so the water will go through. But I don't think we'll have any water in the cellar. We're building it high enough well, not this time. I said we're just building it high enough so that we won't get any water. But to be on the safe side, Dad's putting a pipe all around the foundation on the outside, and any water that does accumulate there will be automatically go into these pipes and into a dry well. So I really don't think we'll ever have a wet cellar. But that about covers the general idea of what the house is going to be. I know you're anxious to know, but we're taking pictures as it goes along. Dad's taking them in the movies, and Anita has taken some regular pictures. So maybe we can send you pictures as the house progresses. Yeah, come on, Johnny. You going to see something, Uncle Arthur? You want to kiss it? No, you just want to play with it? Oh, shut up. Yeah. Well, Arthur, I don't know how much more time we got here. Let's see, Anita wants to say something. Go ahead.
Hey, Art, I'm trying to persuade Daddy to have a swimming pool in the backyard, but it's not coming out too good. Maybe you can persuade him when you get home. That'd be nice, though, wouldn't it? Huh? Our own swimming pool. Oh yeah, and at the new house, I'll have a room of my own at last. Oh yeah, we'll have a nice party for you when you get home. I'll decorate the cellar. I just can't wait till I'm 16. Hey, what do you mean, March 15th? 14 or 15? I'll have you know I'm 15 and a half. On May. I'll be 16. My birthday is May 15th. Hint. Only fooling, of course.
Hey, Art, in a letter you sent to me when you first got there, you meant...
Oh, you all ready to talk, Frank? Uncle Frank started to say something, too, but he had the thing turned back, so that will automatically erase something that we had said first, see? But don't think it's odd when his voice cuts in like that. It was just a mistake on our part. Now, we've only got a few minutes left, and we want to say goodbye, all of us, and we certainly wish you the best, and we're certainly looking forward to seeing you. Huh? Oh, yeah, Mel, need us to send another tape soon.
In letters.
In letters, yeah. Well, okay, Ash, I don't know just what there is for time. Oh, yeah. Find out how much the tape cost over there. If it's cheaper over here, we can send them over to you, see? And if these tapes that we have here will work in your machine, If they don't, they're no good to you, naturally. Dad paid $2.75 for this tape that he's sending you today. Yeah, Frank said he could buy them for 45 cents. I don't know what kind they are, but I suppose they had different quality tapes anyway. Yeah. Down the Radio Shack, yeah. Well, Arch, I suppose we could all say goodbye. Oh, Anita wants to say something.
Hey, Arthur, guess what? I'm taking modern jazz lessons. Real sexy stuff. Well, everybody will say goodbye now, I guess.
I'll be the same. I'll be the same. I'll be the same.
Bye, Arthur, from Anita.
Bye, Arthur, and God bless you.
Bye, Arch.
Bye, Arthur.
Bye, Arthur. Uncle Frank.
Bye, Bon.
John's trying to be wise.